This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is Source Code News.
This episode of Source Code News is brought to you by Parties for You. For the best margarita machine rentals in Houston, give them a call. 281-748-0057. That's 281-748-0057. By Cazadores Tequila. When you're in the mood for tequila, buy the best. Cazadores Tequila. And by Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give them a call. 713-237-8238. That's 713-237-8238.
All right, welcome to Source Code News, episode number 41, recorded on February 15, 2018. This show brings you the latest in tech, science, and gaming news. We also bring you interesting interviews and much more. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Follow us on YouTube, Mixcloud, and all of the social media sites. We do this show live every Thursday night, starting around 9:30 p.m. It's supposed to be 9, but that's not going to work anymore. So starting around 9:30 on scpradio.com, where you can check out our audio and video streams. You can also join the chat room on scpradio.com or call in at 832-910-7727. Ask us a tech question. We got Faithy over here that can answer any question you have. So, or if you just want to join the conversation, you know, if I'm talking about something that you know a lot about and you want to, you know, tell me I'm wrong or whatever, call in. All right, so real quick, what happened in this past week? So we went to Tumbleweeds to celebrate Fluffy's birthday and Cece's birthday. It was a lot of fun. We were all there. What are you doing? Oh.
It isn't work.
Okay, right click on that on this side. Right click on it, and then on the video. Click on the video. Right click on it. Tell it to full project this number 101. Yeah, there we go. So now we were there. We had a fun time. We were all there. Everybody was there celebrating the birthdays. And who was there? MC2 and Lázaro Pérez. Okay, so they were the ones there performing. So that was cool. We had fun. Let me see. Blanca, who did that? Oh, I couldn't hear it over here. All right, so what else did we do that week? We had Friday. We had a good show. Fluffy, who was here Friday?
What Friday?
Last Friday. You remember? Who?
We had
Come on. Oh, we had what's his name? The legend. Bob Gallarza. So that was an awesome show. We learned a lot of history, Tejano history, that day, and we need to bring him back because he said he has a lot of stories to tell. So that was a very good show there. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to some tech news, and I caught Faithy off guard there.
Tech News.
Alrighty. See ya. All right, so we're gonna talk about Elon Musk's flamethrower. So he decided to make a flamethrower, and has sold over $4 million worth of flamethrowers. The Boring Company is the company that he's using to sell the flamethrowers. They're $500 plus tax, and you know, he was tweeting the milestones every time they hit a milestone, like 1,000 units sold in the first 3 hours and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. There's a little video online where he's showing where he's running around with the flamethrower. It's like a gun looking thing, and it just shoots out flames. It's like a big old okay, there's the video. It don't matter. He doesn't make much noise on there. That's a video on Twitter. So there it goes. So, and he runs at the camera with it. That's a pretty cool looking little device. I mean, yeah, he runs right at the camera person. But that's a cool little torch. I mean, that would be good for the cookers, right? Get one of those and go light up your pit. That's a cool little. That's what you use, right? Yeah, so that's a cool little flamethrower. But he's selling them like crazy. Like, he sold out right away. He said he promised to sell 50,000 of those. Um, they show you how to make what? A flamethrower on the Science Channel? When'd you see that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's, the whole purpose of that, he was making a big deal out of it so he could sell a lot and make some money for the company. That was his way of raising capital. A quick way. He just made it real quick, and bam. Now he's like I said, he was making over $4 million worth of of money in flamethrowers. So that's pretty good, So that was a quick little deal that he did. So let me see. What do you think about that, Faithy? Huh? What do you mean, huh?
Hello. I can't even see myself in the camera.
There you go. Well, move the camera so you can fit. I don't know. What do you think about the flamethrower? Would you want one?
Yeah.
Do I order you one like right now? Like,
yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna put you on fire.
I know. That's probably why I wouldn't.
Burn, bucko, burn.
Oh, that's rude. So that is very, very rude. So let me see. We can talk about, next topic. Don't use Huawei phones. Says the heads of FBI, CIA, and NSA. So Huawei is, I think it's a China company that makes phones, mainly Android phones. So let me see. The heads of 6 major U.S. intelligence agencies have warned that American citizens shouldn't use products and services made by Chinese tech giant Huawei and ZTE. According to a report from CNBC, the intelligence chief made the recommendation during a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing on Tuesday. The group included the heads of the FBI, CIA, NSA, and the director of the National Intelligence. During his testimony, the FBI director, Chris Wray, said the government was deeply concerned about the risks of allowing any company or entity that is beholden to foreign governments that don't share our value to gain positions of power inside our telecommunications networks. He added that this would provide the capacity to maliciously modify or steal information, and it provides the capacity to conduct undetected espionage. So, if you have a Huawei phone, I would go ahead and stop using it. Get you a cheap phone until you can, afford a decent one, and go ahead and get rid of that Huawei phone. Huawei, I don't remember. Yeah, they're steady making new phones, and they're very cheap, very cheap to buy. That's why everybody can get one, So, yeah, they're saying, we don't recommend you to use one of those. So, like I said, if you got one, stop using it. Let me see. NVIDIA is creating surveillance cameras with built-in face recognition. So NVIDIA makes video cards for computers, so you can play games or do other things that you need a video card with high performance. So they've partnered with AI developer AnyVision to create facial recognition technology for smart cities around the world. The two companies will work to install automatic facial recognition into CCTVs, surveillance cameras. So AnyVision claims the technology enables cameras that can continuously scan for faces 24/7, automatically identifying and tracking individuals within a large crowd. With 99% accuracy, algorithms working with human monitors can then compare the faces identified against a database of known terrorists or criminals. The company says it's committed to protecting the personal data that CCTV cameras collect. Good, because they'll be able to tell anybody, oh, so-and-so was here because we caught him on camera, and the AI right away brings up all your info. Oh, that's Mike Lopez, and here's all his information. Here's his Facebook page. Here's this, here's that.
That's stalkerish.
Yeah, so they're saying they will protect, but then again, all these companies constantly get hacked, and malicious people take all the info. So it's good, and it's bad. So I don't know. What do you think, Faithy? Do you like to be? Because there's cameras everywhere now, and now they'll be able to. It doesn't have to be someone watching it. It can be the computer, the AI. Be like, boom! It tracks your face and says, "Oh, that's Faith Lopez, and this is her address. This is her phone number. This is that. Is that?
I'm suing.
So yeah, you don't like that, right?
No.
Yeah, not too many people are gonna like that. I think we should move on to science news. What do you think, Faith?
I think we shouldn't. Oh, it's mute.
Science news.
There we go. It worked. You caught it on time. So let's go real quick with this one. Researchers discover anxiety cells in the brain. Scientists have found specialized brain cells in mice that appear to control anxiety levels. The finding, reported the other Wednesday in the journal Neuron, could eventually lead to better treatments for anxiety disorder, which affect nearly 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. The therapies we have now have significant drawbacks, says Maison Kerbeck, an assistant professor at the University of California, San Francisco, and an author of the study. This is another target that we can try to move the field forward for finding new therapies. But the research is at an early stage, and lab findings in animals don't always pan out in humans. That's a big deal. We always they do studies on animals, and we're like, wow, this actually works, and blah blah blah. Then they start moving on to human studies, human trials, and it does not work well for them. So even though like they'll use mice or whatever, they're similar in a lot of ways to us, but they're not humans.
They're not quite.
Yeah, not 100%.
Yeah.
So they act like, oh, this most likely will work for humans, but it ends up not. So okay, so let me see. The research is in an early stage, and lab findings in animals don't always pan out to humans. The discovery of anxiety cells is just the latest example of the tremendous progress scientists have made toward understanding how anxiety works in the brain, says Joshua Gordon, director of the National Institute of Mental Health, which helped fund the research. If we can learn enough, we can develop the tools to turn on and off the key players that regulate anxiety in people, Gordon says. Anxiety disorders involve excessive worry that doesn't go away. These disorders include generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and social and anxiety disorder. So that would be awesome to be able to turn those key players off to regulate anxiety in people, because that plays a big role. And then, like he says, also panic disorder, which it how do you call it? It's a disorder that many people, have. So that would be awesome if they can figure stuff out like that. But like they said, it's in early stages right now. So okay, cool. Hopefully that pans out to work in humans. Let's move on to orange cave crocodiles, maybe evolving into a new species.
I'm gonna die.
The Banda cave system in Gabon is not a place you want to live.
It's pretty.
In the belly of the caves, it's pitch black and hot.
Never mind.
Fumes circulating inside tend to cause nausea, and cavers have to wade through sludge. It looks like liquid mud, says cave scientist Oliver Testa. But it's not mud. It's bat guano. Ugh.
What? What is that?
That's bat poop.
Bat guano.
Guano, yeah.
Guano.
And then it's a lot of it. So it looks like
Ew.
they say it looks like sludge. It looks like mud, liquid mud,
Ew.
but it's bat poop.
Ew.
So you wouldn't want to go in there because that's
Bats have made a swamp in there.
yeah, that's toxic.
Ew,
Yeah,
my
it's
God,
toxic
really?
food. Yeah. So it's a lot of it mixed with water. It becomes viscous pools of bat feces. It's an extremely harsh environment, says her herpetologist Matthew Shirley. When we leave the caves, we're wiped. But Testa and Shirley are part of a scientific research team that has found an animal they think may be evolving to live in the harsh caves. Crocodiles. African dwarf crocodiles, to be exact, are found above ground throughout Gabon. But the cave-dwelling population has developed a unique genetic signature, unmatched by its topside counterparts, says Shirley. To test this, they've collected blood samples from those crocodiles found within the cave system. About 100 to 200 likely live in the 10 to 12 different caves in the system, says Shirley. Distinguishing which crocodiles were unique was difficult in the darkness, says the researcher. Eventually, they were able to get blood samples from 30 to 40 unique individuals. They then collected blood samples from about 200 above ground crocodiles in the region, and that's how they found the different gene. So, Faith, why do you think they would start changing? They would start evolving into a whole different species
Because they need to adapt
to live in the caves,
in
right?
that new environment.
In that environment. And a lot of times if they do evolve into a whole different species, that ends up meaning, like, if one of the top dwellers, the ones that are not in the cave, meet one that's in the cave, they wouldn't be able to mate. They wouldn't be able to have babies because now they're a whole different species. Even though at one point they started, as the same. But after, so many generations, now they're so different that they won't be able to have babies and stuff like that.
Look at that. Matt Bradford's online.
Matt Bradford?
Yeah.
How you know?
Because it says right here, Skype.
Oh.
Matthew Bradford.
Oh, yeah,
is
we have
online.
Skype. Yeah. Shout out to Matt. All right, so let's move on to NASA makes contact with satellite lost in space 13 years ago.
NASA.
So, proving that things tend to turn up when you least expect them, NASA has just rediscovered a satellite lost in space more than a decade ago. The imager for Magnetopause to Aurora Global Exploration image was launched in 2000 to create the first comprehensive images of atmospheric plasma. It completed its initial mission in 2002 but failed to make contact again on a routine pass by the Earth in 2005. Scientists hoped an eclipse in 2007 would kickstart a reboot, but when it didn't, the mission was declared over. An image was expected to spend the rest of its days floating peacefully through the universe. Earlier this month, however, an amateur astronomer spotted it in the skies. It's taken NASA a couple of weeks to confirm that the mysterious observation was indeed image. Because the types of hardware and operating system used in the satellite no longer exist, other systems have been updated several versions beyond that they were at the time, requiring significant reverse engineering. But after some tinkering, the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab in Laurel, Maryland, successfully collected telemetry data from the satellite, confirming its ID. The team will now spend the coming weeks analyzing data from the satellite to learn more about the state of the spacecraft and maybe a little about what it's been up to all these years. That's kind of cool.
It's been plotting its thing to kill y'all.
To kill Earth?
Yeah.
Destroy Earth?
Yeah.
Maybe it's sentient now.
What?
You don't know what sentient means?
No,
Me
ancient.
No, it's not ancient.
Sentient. It's ancient.
It's become alive.
Oh my god.
Conscious.
We're gonna die.
Yep. It's going to come and destroy us.
Oh my gosh.
But that is kind of cool. They had to reverse engineer and because all the computers are constantly updating, and they weren't going to be able to interface with that satellite anymore because it's been 10 years. Computers have upgraded since then. So they were able to bring back online the old computers or whatever and connect to it.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool. So, all right, let's move on to games.
No.
Games.
I don't want to.
Game news.
So, I don't remember, Faith. Do you remember if we talked about Mario Kart is coming to smartphones last time?
I don't know. there's so many Mario things we always talk about.
I know we talked about Mario a couple of
It's
times.
Mario,
Well,
Mario.
If just in case we didn't mention it, Mario's coming to iPhone, just like Animal Crossing. Not that Mario.
Oh my god.
Mario Kart is on its way to iPhone and Android devices. Nintendo just announced the Mario Kart Tour, which is due for release sometime before March 2019. So that's mainly all they said, is that it is coming to smartphones. It's kind of cool that Nintendo is starting to bring their franchises to phones. So now I'll be able to play Mario on the phone. All right, so next up, Hot Wheels to release smartphone controlled Rocket League RC car set this holiday for $180. So, have you heard of Rocket League, Faith?
No.
It's a game where you drive a car and you try to hit a ball into a goal,
Soccer.
like soccer. Except you're driving a car.
Oh.
And the car it can jump.
We didn't ask you, Alexa.
Alexa, we weren't talking to you. Alexa, be quiet.
The heck?
I know. it's like, man, ain't nobody talking to you. But anyways, it's a cool game. I've seen videos of it. I've watched it on YouTube because I like Rocket. I like the way it is, the game. But I haven't played it actually. But now they're gonna make a, what do you call it? A game board, tabletop game, and you get these RC cars, and you have like a board on the floor,
Oh my god.
and it's shaped like the stadium, like the game on the video game, and so you have your car, and you have a ball like the one in the game, and it has an IR signal, so when it passes through the goal, it'll keep score. So like if you're able to hit that, like, well, yeah, but big on the floor, and you have your RC, like who? Yeah, like that. But you have the car and you control it with your phone, and you have the ball in there, and so you and someone else try to hit the ball into the goal.
You would love that.
Yes, I would love that. We need to get it for the studio here. Yeah, and like I said, the ball has an IR signal, so when it gets near the goal or whatever, it scores. And there's a charging base and stuff. Yeah, I would love a sample from the company. What is it? Psyonix. So let me see. Who would have thought that Psyonix, the people who released the awesome Star Fox-esque on-rail shooter Arc Squadron on iOS more than 5 years ago, would go on to create one of the most popular multiplayer games in the world? Yes, Rocket League. The giant soccer played with cars game, which feels like it's on every single platform but mobile, is a bona fide smash hit. Now, Psyonix is looking to build off their partnership with Mattel and their Hot Wheels brand that saw Hot Wheels cars and cosmetic items added into the game earlier last year. This time around, they're bringing things out of the digital world and into the real world with Rocket League branded RC car set and play arena. So they have a mock-up here. I didn't give the picture to Faithy, so she doesn't have it for the board. So let me see. So if Rocket League isn't on mobile yet, these RC cars will be controlled via Bluetooth using your smartphone or tablet. So in a way, it's on mobile. Even though it's not an app or anything, you're controlling a car in real life. The set will include a little charging base for charging each vehicle, as well as a ball equipped with IR sensors so it can keep track of the score whenever it's knocked into one of the goals. So it looks like it'd be fun just to drive the cars around using the phone. But mimicking the arena of Rocket League is pretty cool. It's not just going to be some cheap set. It's officially called the Hot Wheels Rocket League RC Rival Set, which will cost $180, $179.99, when it arrives this holiday season. In addition, the set will include codes for downloading special in-game items in Rocket League.
I got some picture. I looked it up.
Yeah, so that's the game. That's the official game, Rocket League. So yeah, there's the ball and the cars. So it's gonna be a similar deal, but in real life. Not too many of us get to play with stuff in real life. It's always on the game. In virtual.
Mm.
Yeah, so let me see.
I look like a mess.
Okay, let's talk about this. Microsoft is offering refunds after accidental overcharges for EA Access on Xbox One.
Accidental.
Yeah, so EA Access, you pay that every month to have access to EA's games. They have games that they put in how do you say it? There's like, I don't know, 100 games that you can play for free if you're an EA Access member. Then there's the new games that come out. You get a discount to download them, to buy them, and you get early access to them. So a lot of people, like this EA Access membership. Well, it looks like they were. Let me see. They were charging. Let me see more.
Overpriced.
So people were overpaying.
Oh my.
And so now Microsoft is going in there and refunding, that extra money. So I think it's $10 a month, something like that. And some people had said they had overpaid $27 that month. So the good thing is Microsoft is coming in and refunding people their money, because this is all ends up auto pay. So you sign up and then you have to actually go in there and fight with them to take you off of that, unsubscribe, because once you turn auto pay on, you forget about it. They're constantly charge you every month. So, and for some reason it was overcharging people. Let me see.
Over here conning people.
Conning people. Yeah. What else?
Boom.
I guess that's gonna be it. I don't see anything else too interesting to talk about.
That was like a 5-minute show. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, it was 30 minutes, so. I don't know. This catch my attention. Apple renews Carpool Karaoke for a second season. Faithy, did you know Apple has their own kind of like TV? You sign up on the Apple TV. You sign up for their channel, and you can watch like Carpool Karaoke. Like that's the only place you can watch it. They have a couple of different things, but I guess Carpool Karaoke did good on their
That's great.
on their stuff, so they're doing a second season. See, you have to subscribe to the Apple Music, I think, to be able to see Carpool Karaoke. So you have to pay a monthly fee on Apple Music. I don't know if it's like $9.99 a month, but you get access to these special little shows, and Carpool Karaoke is one of them. And what's his name was the host of that?
James Corden?
Yeah, I don't think he's part of it.
What?
Yeah, because they have a picture here, and he's not the one.
What the heck?
He's
He's
not the one in
great.
it.
He's so funny.
Yeah, but they're putting other people to do it.
Then don't watch it.
Yeah, they got a picture here, and it's not James Gordon driving. So
Wow.
you got two artists, one driving and one in the passenger seat.
It's not even the artist that makes it funny. It's James. The one.
Yeah, he's the one that makes that show. But I mean, according to them, they're renewing it because I guess enough people watched it and liked it. All right, so I guess that's about it. Go ahead and do the commercials, the two commercials.
Right now?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me do the. Okay, let's mention Miss Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. If you or someone you know are always getting into trouble, when you're out partying, like DJ Fluffy, he's always getting picked up and taken to jail. So be sure to remember this number, 713 Best Bet. Fluffy has that number memorized because he's always using it for Miss Alberta's Best Bet Bail Bonds. Don't gamble with your freedom. Give him a call at 713-237-8238. and let her know that SCP Radio sent you. And let's get into some other commercials. Hey bartender, we need a round of shots.
Do you want what everybody else is having, or do you want the best of the best?
Of course we want the best of the best.
Well then, Tequila Cazadores is the one for you.
For those special moments in your life, whether it's a special occasion or just a day relaxing with your friends, drink the best of the best, Tequila Cazadores.
Hey Michelle, my birthday's around the corner. I want to throw a big party and wow my guests, but I don't know what to do.
All you have to do is call SCP for your DJ needs and Parties for You for your margarita rentals. They have the best margarita mixes in town. With these two companies, you will wow your guests. They will talk about your party for years to come. For your margarita rentals, look us up on Facebook, Parties for You.
Or call 281-748-0057.
And don't forget to mention SCP sent you.
Together, we are the future of entertainment.
All right, that's going to be the end of the show. Thanks to Faith for being here. Thank you to all the listeners. We appreciate you guys. You can find more info on us at scpradio.com. We're on Twitter at Space Cadet Pro. Same on Facebook, Instagram, SCP Radio. Just look us up. Don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher app. You can email us at scpradio@spacecadetpro.com. Leave us a voicemail at 832-910-7727. Thanks again for joining us live or the on-demand version. Hope to see everyone back next week for another episode of Source Code News.
Bye.
See ya. This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on spacecadetpro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.